and the preventive unit of the Customs Division of the incident. Following the notification, personnel of the GRA Intelligence and Investigation Unit and the Customs Preventive Unit arrived at the scene and confirmed the 53 sidearms, the 74 magazines, and 65 live rounds of ammunition concealed in 3 different suitcases. The firearms, magazines, and ammunition were seized, he said. In other news, a truck driver narrowly escaped the death after a heavy load under escort fell onto the truck and other vehicle at Ibradankwa in the central region. According to the information shared on the social media platform X by Edhood, the truck driver, who was severely impacted, miraculously survived the incident and was rescued with some injuries. He was sent to the hospital for treatment after being pulled out of the mangled truck. In November 2020, a similar incident occurred when a man believed to be a worker at the rubber processing factory in the western region and a woman lost their lives after a metal container fell on the vehicle they were traveling in on the Takrady Vodafone Highway. An articulated truck carrying the metal container loaded with cocoa beans was headed towards the Takrady Harbour. Unfortunately, the container came off the moving truck and fell onto a Daewoo car with 2 occupants. The 2 occupants were trapped in the car. With the help of personnel from the Ghana National Fire Service and the Road Safety Recovery Truck, they were removed from the vehicle but were pronounced dead. The bodies were deposited at the Fiankwata Government Hospital morgue in Sekendi pending autopsy. The accident vehicles were later towed to the Western Regional MTT yard in Sekendi for investigation, while the truck driver, Emmanuel Kweku, age 32, was arrested and prosecuted. In other news, the timely intervention of personnel from the Ghana National Fire Service averted a potential disaster on the Mankesim Abiyaji Road in the central region. A fuel tanker transporting diesel overturned after being involved in an accident on the stretch, causing a spillage of diesel on the road on Thursday, 21st November 2024. According to the statement issued by the Central Region Public Relations Officer of the GNFS, is on its Facebook page on Thursday, 21st November 2024. A team of firefighters was quickly dispatched to the accident scene after receiving distress calls from residents. To avoid a potential explosion, fire personnel implemented measures to prevent naked flames from coming into contact with the spilled fuel. Firefighters from Mankesim Fire Station promptly responded to avert disaster after receiving a call from the residents. Meanwhile, no casualties were recorded and the incident track has since been towed away. No casualty was recorded as the officers ensured there was no explosion until every vehicle arrived to tow the tanker, it noted. The government of South Africa has reportedly returned some British looted Asante artifacts in their custody to Ghana. The artifacts, which include gold, bronze artifacts, and silver ornaments, were among the items taken by the British soldiers during the Sagrenti War 1874, when they invaded the Asante Kingdom. According to the opimso.com, the artifacts that have been returned from South Africa include linguist staff, swords, palace security locks, rings, necklace, proverbial gold weights, depositing crocodiles, and gold sandals. The items were expected to be officially handed over in the course of the weekend. This followed the return of 39 such regalia from the Fowler Museum, the British Museum, and the Victoria and Albert Museum earlier this year. The Menshia Palace in Kumasi, the seat of the Asante Kingdom, received the first batch of looted artifacts from the Fowler Museum in California, USA, as part of a restitution agreement between the museum and the palace. After several engagements between Otumfuo Seti II and the English monarch, the British government offered to send some of these items back to Ghana on a 3-year loan. Otumfuo Yahene Nana Prof Oheneba Boachi J. Wahene II of the Menshia Palace, in a video shared on X by 3 News, confirmed the first batch of the items has been returned.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
In other news, a fugitive Zambian lawmaker with a bounty on his head has been arrested in Zimbabwe, Zambian authorities have said. Emmanuel J.J. Banda, who was facing robbery charges, is accused of having escaped from custody in August as he waited to appear in court. He is said to have escaped through a window at Chipata Central Hospital of Eastern Province, where he had been admitted following his arrest and was being guarded by police and prison officers. The police then issued a bounty of 2 million Zambian kwacha, that's $72,000 or 57,000 euros for him. He denies allegations of robbery. At a press conference on Wednesday, the Zambia Minister for Home Affairs said the MP had been arrested earlier this week in Harare. Jack Miwubi said the MP was arrested by Zimbabwean police at a flat he had been renting and will remain there pending extradition formalities. He said the government was keen to know who had facilitated the MP's escape as well as visits by his wife to Harare. He thanked the Zimbabwean authorities for their cooperation. To business news.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Now to business news. The Kenyan President William Ruto announced on Thursday on the cancellation of a procurement process that would have handed control over the country's main airport to India's Adani Group, citing the indictment of the company's founder in the United States. According to U.S. prosecutors, Adani and his executives allegedly promised over $250 million in bribes to rescue solar energy contracts from the Indian government between 2020 and 2024. Ruto also ordered the termination of a $736 million 30-year public-private partnership deal signed last month by the Energy Ministry with the Adani Group subsidiary to build power transmission lines, Reuters reported. I have directed agencies within the Ministry of Transport and within the Ministry of Energy and Petroleum to immediately cancel the ongoing procurement. Ruto said in his State of the Nation address, I have stated in the past and I reiterate today that in the face of undisputed evidence of credible information on corruption, I will not hesitate to take decisive action, says Ruto. U.S. authorities revealed on Wednesday at the Gautam Adani, one of the world's wealthiest individuals, and 7 other defendants allegedly paid approximately $265 million in bribes to Indian government officials. In a statement on Thursday, an Adani Group spokesperson said the allegations are baseless and denied. The Adani Group has always upheld and is steadfastly committed to maintaining the highest standards of governance, transparency and regulatory compliance across all jurisdictions of its operations, said the spokesperson. Meanwhile, Kenya Energy Minister Opiyo Wandayi asserted on Thursday that no bribery or corruption was involved in awarding the transmission lines contract to the Adani Group. In other business news, Ghana's local currency, the cedi, has gained some strength against major trading currencies, especially the dollar, in recent times. The Bank of Ghana, in its effort to curb the depreciation of the cedi, sold some dollars worth over 200 million last week. This reduced the exchange rate from 17.20 Ghana cedis to $16.55 by the close of business on November 15, 2024. In its daily update, the Bank of Ghana announced that as of November 21, 2024, the cedi is trading at a buying price of 15.89 Ghana cedis and a selling price of 15.90 Ghana cedis. The British pound is being bought at 20.09 Ghana cedis and sold at 20.11 Ghana cedis. The euro is trading at a buying price of 16.85 Ghana cedis and a selling price of 16.71 Ghana cedis. Checks by Ghana Web Business as of November 20, 2024 at 10 o'clock a.m. show that the cedi is trading at 16.75 to the dollar, while the pound is trading at 21.20 Ghana cedis at some major forex bureaus across the country. Additionally, the euro is trading at 17.80 Ghana cedis on the retail market. Despite the current gains, the decline of the cedi against major trading currencies will further worsen the woes of the Ghanaian economy. To sports news.
Audio Jungle.
Now to sports news. Leicester City head coach Steve Cooper has provided an update on Jordan Ayew's injury, noting that while the situation is less severe than initially feared, the timeline for his return remains uncertain. Ayew sustained the injury during Ghana's critical 2025 Africa Cup of Nations AFCON qualifier against Angola, where his stunning free kick gave Ghana a temporary lead before the match ended in a disappointing draw. Following the game, the Ghana Football Association confirmed that the Leicester's forward would miss the final qualifying match against Niger as he returned to his club for assessment. During a press conference on Thursday, November 21st, 2024, Cooper played down the severity of Ayew's injury compared to initial reports. It's not a serious injury contrary to some reports. The hope is he may be available for the weekend, but we are a little inclusive on that for the moment, he said. Jordan Ayew joined Leicester City at the start of 2024-2025 season after 7 seasons with Crystal Palace. Since his arrival, Ayew has been a key attacking option, featuring in 10 Premier League matches and scoring 2 crucial goals. In other sports news, the Ghana Football Association (GFA) has announced the dissolution of the management committee of the Black Stars following the team's poor performance in the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers. In a statement released by the GFA on November 21st, 2024, the Executive Council members decided to dissolve the committee as they seek ways to redeem the Black Stars from further disgrace. The GFA expressed gratitude to the committee chaired by the Mark Addo for their work and wished them the best in their future endeavors. The Executive Council, at its meeting on Wednesday, November 20th, 2024, made the following key decisions. Immediate decision concerning the team's dissolution. In doing so, we sincerely thank the members of the committee for their service to Ghana football over the years. The GFA said in the statement shared on GhanaAfa.org. The decision comes after Ghana finished at the bottom of Group F with just 3 match points, recording 3 losses and 3 draws in 6 matches. While Ghana and Niger failed to progress to the main competition. To entertainment news.
Audio Jungle.
To entertainment news. The Musicians Union of Ghana, Musiga, has conferred professional membership of the union on Grammy Award-winning gospel artist Jonathan McReynolds. The Musical Pro membership aims to enhance support and resources for professional musicians across the nation. The event took place on Tuesday at the Accra International Conference Center, where 524 diasporans were granted Ghanaian citizenship by President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. The ceremony was attended by musicians including Tego Sisters and other Musiga members. As part of the event, a citation was presented to Jonathan McReynolds, who was among the 524 diasporans granted Ghana citizenship. The citation was read by former Musica President Diana Hobson and presented by First Vice President Reverend Dr. Thomas Yossen. The citation emphasized McReynolds' contribution to music and his role as an ambassador for Ghanaian culture abroad. Diana Hobson stated, Jonathan McReynolds embodies the spirit of our music community, and his recognition as a Ghanaian citizen is a testament to our commitment to fostering international ties among music industry. Reverend Dr. Yossen added, as we present this citation, we celebrate not only Jonathan's achievement but also our collective goal to elevate Ghana music on the global stage. The Musiga Pro membership is designed to empower artists like him and provide them with the tools they need to succeed. To other entertainment news, the Guinness World Record (GWR) has approved the application of a Ghanaian teacher, Mokpokpo Fiado, to attempt breaking the record for the longest marathon reading aloud readathon this November. The GR emphasized the importance of adhering strictly to the guidelines, stating the record guidelines detail the rules which must be followed during your attempt for this Guinness World Records title. Each point of the guidelines must be followed by anyone attempting this record. You must ensure that everyone involved in your record attempt, including participants and witnesses, are familiar with the guidelines. In an official email to Ms. Fiado, a field engineer, a teacher with the 5 Garrison Education Unit under the 48th Engineer Regiment of the Ghana Armed Forces, the GWR outlined the procedures and guidelines for her attempt. We are pleased to inform you that your application has been accepted under the following title: Longest Marathon Reading Aloud. When you visit your online application SAM using this link, you'll be able to view both the details of the current record to beat or minimum requirement for an open record title and the record guidelines for this record title. You can also download the record guidelines by clicking on View Guidelines. Records are being attempted every day, so check your profile before you attempt to see if the record to beat has changed, part of the email said. Mokpokpo Fiado is set to launch her attempt on November 23rd, 2024 at the Engineer Training School, Teshi 48th Engineer Regiment. Church news.
Audio Jungle.
The International Vision Church, aka the Vision House Ministry, presents the Vision Live Conference 2024 with the theme The Workings of Prayer, which is taking place from Monday to Friday, 18th to 22nd November 2024, and will be climaxed on Sunday, 21st November 2024. Some pastors to minister at this program is Reverend Dr. Thomas Enchi, Reverend Dr. Penulife Zotu, Bishop Dr. Paul Kwame Vitashi, Apostle David Okansi, and the host for this program is Apostle Alex and Mrs. Lady Grace Nkrumah. The church is adjacent the Pastor Company Limited, 2nd Sampa Valley Road, Old Barrier, Nkrumah Road. Some ministers to minister at this program to are Mrs. Gifty Asamba, the Visionaries, and Noah Ama. You have a destiny you cannot perish, says. Do not miss this program and be here on Friday to minister and enjoy this program. Dear listeners, this is the end of today's news and was presented by Sebastian Boas, aka the Morning Man. This news segment was proudly sponsored by International Vision Church and Allegra Kitchen Craft and Floral Institute. The sponsor this segment, kindly contact 024 519 3706 050 302 7765, or you can also contact 0244 577 335 0244 577 335. Catch you here same time tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. on Vision Live Radio. Have a blessed day.
Audio Jungle.